Music in the background right now. Critters bugging. Because today we've got our buddy Skerik's gonna come on. Probably a lot of you guys know of him throughout the years, doing a lot of jamming with a lot of people. So, and I've even got something recently with him called Cipher, which we're going to talk about a little bit. And but before we get into that, as you know, we title this Herb's Happy Hour. Got some stuff here I wanted to mention. Okay, got it all written down here, because I can't remember all this stuff. Let me turn this down a little bit. So, Halloween's coming up tomorrow, and we got some designs, emails from this guy once. He's like, "Oh, look what I did to your cans." He did these hand drawings on these cans. So this, we contacted him, and he did some drawings for our new orange spiced cider aged in bourbon barrels. This is amazing. And this is our oldest aged cider that we have. 20 months it's been sitting in bourbon barrels. So this is, the artwork's done by, the name is very interesting, and I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce it right, but we'll give it a shot. Monsieur Mozzo Bozic. That is his name, and he did all the drawings. We had him draw on the labels, and then we had our agent I had to get on there, take it all off, transfer it into a design that we could print on the can. And this is it. I think we had a skull up here that ended up getting cut off because we are now labeling ourselves here, but this is the can, and it tastes amazing, and it's happy hour. You can get this herbcider.com. So let me just real quick, we're going to have this, anyone in town who wants to, or anyone nearby who wants to drive in, we'll be offering it for a pickup time tomorrow and Sunday between 1 and 2. They're going really fast. We didn't make a ton of these, so they're going really fast. You can go online, purchase before, pickup hour, and then drop in and pick it up. And you can do it on the site. It's really easy, but this is it. And this is what's providing this amazing happy hour for everyone on Instagram. herbcider.com. That's my commercial. Anyways, yeah, get this. This is amazing. Let's crack it open. Let me make sure it still tastes as good as it did the other day, because it's pretty good. I see someone already is drinking it. Yeah, she's drinking it right now. Digital Marionette, I'm guessing. Anyways, wow, the smell is nice. You can smell the orange coming off. Oh, and a good bourbon barrel smell in there too. And the taste, the flavors. Oh yeah, you got to get this. And if you are, looks like, where can you buy it in Chicago? You probably can't buy it in Chicago, but go to our website. We'll send it right to you. Why get in your car? Why drive around while trying to find your mask? Get your pants on. Don't waste your time. Just sit at home, leave your pants off, wait for the UPS guy to come by, drop it off. You're all there. Ah, there he is. I see you've joined. All right, I'm gonna get Skerik on here in just a second. I'll hit you up in a sec, Skerik. And also, you guys, go to the site. We got great deals on fancy bottles. And here, I'm gonna bring you in, Skerik, just 1 second. Yeah, you can get 6-bottle purchase and get 20% off. And we're going to give you a herb cider face mask, which I don't have, but it's a mask, and it's got the herb cider cool design on it. So we'll send you one of those, and those are expensive. We had those, yeah. No, actually, these are the better. These are worth the money. We had some other ones made, and God, they were really expensive. But the herb cider ones we'll send it right to you when you order the 6 bottles, and we give you a discount, and we send you a mask. So really cool. We got new cans coming. See my sheet that Shama sent me. And and this is some of the new cans right here. The double stroke. See, it's a live show, since we can't do those anymore. This year's been null and void. Next year, we'll see how it goes. We had a friend travel to Texas, and Skerik's tweaking this sax in the background. Our friend went to Texas, said no one is wearing masks. Nobody, everywhere she went. So no wonder. It seems pretty simple. Everybody, keep a mask on till this thing dies. It ain't killing you. It's no big deal. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Anyways, yeah, so live shows. We got the new labels on the can. This is the double stroke. We got other ones coming real soon. And yeah, we got merchandise too for the fall. We got hoodies and stuff that are really nice. And Christmas is around the corner. Come on, get some herb cider gifts. It ain't gonna hurt. And that is kind of what's going on right now. So, all right, Skerik, let's bring him on. I want to introduce you to Skerik, the amazing saxophone wizard, the wizardry of Skerik. He is coming. Says waiting for Skerik. All right, here we come. Oh, he declined. Well, I guess we're not good enough for this. So let me see if I can get him on here. So right now, listening to Critters Buggin. This is Skerik's band way back in the 90s. I think Matt Chamberlain on drums. Really great drummer. Mike Dillon, Mike D, everyone. All right, Skerik keeps declining. Digital marionette. I got to get Skerik on because that's what we said we were going to do. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm trying. Anyways, so there he is. It's got your Devo mask on. Nice. I like.
This is the Energy Dome, Tim.
This it is.
With the official face shield.
That's nice. I like it.
You might be aerosolizing me from the phone.
Hey, they probably haven't tested that yet, so it could be. So
yeah,
don't inhale. Don't sniff your phone, okay?
I'm going to sniff some of this.
Yeah. What do you got? Oh, yeah. See, that's the double stroke. And now this is the new label. You see that, Skerik? It's got the audience. Remember those? The live audience?
I do.
Yeah, those were fun times.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks. I know. I kind of last minute hit you up to do this, and you went out, and Skerik went to Trader Joe's. Is that where you went?
Yeah, and they only had 3 6-packs left.
Ooh. See?
So I've drank in 2 of them already.
There you go. Do you like?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Pretty good, huh? I like it too. And I am not the cider maker, as I've told this story before. Chris Weir is our cider maker, so I am a little bit biased, but I'm also enjoying it just like everybody else. And, you know, and I do think it's really great. So,
Yeah, I want to try all of them.
yeah, well, I know. I'm going to hook you up for doing this. So,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it. I'll send you some stuff.
I saw Colin Hanks. He was drinking some of the black one.
Yeah, I had time to plan that one out, so I sent him some.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, how are you? What's going on, man?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Hanging out with the Cheddar Goblin back there.
Cheddar Goblin.
Yep. He's got the energy dome on now. And,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see him.
And then yeah, hanging out with the saxophones. I'm in my studio now, just practicing a lot.
Oh yeah. That's
getting ready for a new Skerik band show live stream November 13th.
Really?
Yeah.
Where? What's going on with that?
That's at liveconcertstream.com.
Liveconcertstream.com.
Yeah.
And who is the band?
It's Andy Coe on guitar, Damian Erskine on bass, related to Peter Erskine, drummer you might know of from.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
What, his son or?
No, it's a nephew, I think.
Nephew. Interesting.
But they play in a trio together too. And then
wow.
Tarek Abu Zaid on drums.
What was it again?
Tarek Abu Zaid on drums, commonly referred to as the Tim Alexander of West Seattle.
Oh, is that how it is? The West Seattle side.
In training.
Nice. Well, cool. The date. I'm trying to look it up right now. Wait, there's all these different hashtags. So, all right. So you're doing that, and that's live. Where are you doing that? In Seattle or in your studio or what?
Sometimes we do live streams at my studio, but venues are nice because they're bigger and a little safer for everyone. And
have some space, right?
Yeah, and it feels it's a little bit more, you get that room sound and everything, a reflection. So we're going to be doing it at the Royal Room.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right on. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're playing with some people. That's nice.
Yeah. I've been really lucky. Yeah. Playing a lot and, doing live streams. And then I even got to go to California and did a film soundtrack too, which was really crazy.
Really? What'd you do?
It's for a huge feature film, animation film. I can't talk about it too much, but
okay.
Or else I'll get sued.
Yeah, man.
And then
they'll take all that stuff behind you. It's all gone.
I know. Yeah.
Cheddar Boy is gone. The helmet's gone.
The Cheddar Goblin. I would be very lonely without Cheddar Goblin and Energy Dome. Yeah. So I've been lucky. Okay. I got to play with some people. Dumpster Funk was the band, and we had a horn section with Rashawn Ross and Alex Wasili and I. But it was crazy. We had a full-time doctor.
Oh, wow.
This was for 6 weeks. They had the entire studio on lockdown. We had 4 nurses that were constantly roaming around, making sure we're in compliance, always wearing a mask and everything. They had to make sure 34 people could work together for 6 weeks without getting sick. So we were tested twice a week, every week. It was crazy.
And I guess they just trusted that everyone would kind of leave the studio and practice the best safety practices they can while you're out getting food and doing whatever you do.
Yeah, they rented a whole hotel for us. It was only a 12-room hotel, but we couldn't really leave the hotel. They didn't want us to leave. So so we would just order food and have it delivered every day. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
it's pretty much like being on tour. It just
kind of.
sit around and wait for food to show up.
It was kind of similar to the NBA bubble, if you guys ever read about that.
No, I've heard a little bit about like the sports guys, how once they're in, they're in lockdown, right?
Yeah, it's really
do you know
intense.
about it? What how did that work with the NBA? What were they doing?
Well, they had all of those hotels, you know, locked down, reserved just for the players and staff at what was it, Walt Disney World?
Oh, really?
Disney World in Florida. And so they never left this area. And one guy had contact with a delivery guy delivering some wings or something, and he got in trouble. And so he had to quarantine for like 2 weeks or something.
Oh, yeah.
They were taking it real serious. They had wristbands and everything. Like, you couldn't go out of a certain area, or you have to swipe your wristband everywhere you went into a certain different part of the facility. Pretty interesting to read about.
Right. Oh, wow. So you had kind of the same treatment at your place then, right?
Yeah, I mean, the people that lived in LA, they just went home, but they were encouraged to, you know,
stay in the house.
Yeah, be socially distant and not, you know, go out and all that. And so it was really hard because I had lots of friends down there and I couldn't see anybody.
Right.
That's really sucked. You know, you're usually, especially a touring musician, like, you know, we got friends all over and in every city, and, you know, being on tour keeps you in touch with those people. And
right.
When that's cut off, it's like, wow, you're really cut off from a lot of people that you're used to seeing, maybe even if you only see them once or twice a year.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real thing. So
I know, and that's kind of, it's always been for me, like the only time I ever would see like my LA friends or all the people in different states that I knew, it's that time, it's on tour.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm just, okay, I'm in a hotel room, just, you know, hanging out, waiting, you know? So
yeah, I mean, it's hard to make special trips. What are you going to do when you get out from tour? You got a family, you got your stuff. You know, you can't be just flying. Oh, I'm going to go visit my buddy in Virginia or Texas or something. You know, it's really, you know, so being on tour is a great way to stay connected with people. I bet there's so many different forms of fallout from all of this music. Everything shut down like that we're not even thinking about.
Right.
There's so many little things, that not just the economic devastation, but all of the other sociological things and everything too. You know?
Yeah, you know, I was just talking about it today, how our industry is entirely reliant on public gatherings. And I have not heard anything of, you know, special support when there is no soft openings for concerts, I don't think. You know what I mean? There's no, I mean, like, you know, having 25% of a venue, it won't happen because no one can pay the bills. So there's literally no support for the whole industry that goes out and tours and travels. And there's a lot of people, not only just the musicians, but all of the crews. For every band, there's at least 10 to 20 people supporting that, depending on the size of the bands, you know. But you and all those people out of work, and then all the venue people out of work. You know,
and
there's no
the vendors, you know, all the vendors that supply clubs and
right. I mean, it's crazy. I never hear anything about it. So I just think that's, I guess there's so many people in need. I mean, you know, whatever. It's just another avenue of shit that's been screwed up by all of this.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely a lot more important things going on in terms of people suffering, but it's like,
exactly, this
is what we do. Like, you and I are professional musicians, and so this is what we know about, and this is what we can talk about. So you know,
yeah, man. Well, yeah, let's talk. I think, man, you've got some good history, good stories, and I think people chilling at home watching this might dig to hear about. I remember you talking about, so I was looking you up, and I remember you talking about it before, and just so everyone knows, like, you went to Paris and studied, right?
Yeah, I had I met a French woman in Seattle, and we fell in love, and so I moved. She had to go back there, and I went with her, and so I turned 21 there.
Wow, that's young to just get up and to an entirely new language and
yeah,
them everything.
well, I'd already traveled quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right after high school, started doing it, because this good friend of ours, John Bennell, he was our idol. You know, we really looked up to him, and he would travel all over he was doing the most crazy adventures. I never did anything as crazy as he did, you know, renting or buying a boat, going all the way down the Amazon, you know, just, oh yeah, it was like Apocalypse Now kind of.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he was insane. So, but, you know, we learned a lot from him about, you have to go see the world, you know, you have to go out and see this shit, you know, you have to experience it. This is a big part of life and everything. So I had done some traveling inspired by him. And then, so it didn't really seem like that big of a deal at the time, but I went to this school called the CIM, CIM in Paris, and all of the students there, they were just like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know, we're all trying to get to America to study this music. Why are you here? But actually, their system of learning and teaching was at such a high level.
Really?
I was just like, oh yeah, because when they're, you know, studying, let's say like music theory for you know, they're not just studying music theory, they're combining it with solfege.
With what?
Solfege. So they can already sing, you know, all of these, you know, scales and patterns and everything, and so they're learning harmony in different ways than we do generally here. So it was really interesting.
By how? What do you mean?
You know, like solfege, like do re mi fa sol la ti do.
Oh, okay.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't really know. Geez, that was like 30 years ago. I don't really remember much about it. I should study up on it. But I wasn't studying solfege there. I was studying just how to jerk off on Michael Brecker solos and everything, learn transcribing. My teacher was not very good, like in terms of, you know, it was like, who could play the solo the fastest? That's what the lessons would evolve into. So,
oh yeah. And my friend Goob's saying, give an example. You got your sax there?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, let's hear the mighty Skerik.
Well, I'm going to play the Barry.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Because that's what
deep.
That's what I play with you guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sitting in with Primus. Les always wants to hear the Barry.
Right. So yeah.
How's that? Does that sound? Is it breaking up crazy?
No. Sounds all right. So that's
Better Goblin's favorite song.
So that's what your teacher's trying to teach you, is that. And then you go to France and they're going do re mi fa sol la ti do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know.
Nice.
But this is, you know, this is not very sound cipher.
No, I was just thinking that. I was like, you know, people usually might see you as a sit-in and you're playing more traditional stuff like this, but people also got to know all your crazy setup that you know, I don't know if you've kind of made it well known in the music world, right? Of this electronicizing of the saxophone.
Oh yeah, the saxophonics.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of, there's definitely a lot of that, a lot of toys, a lot of crazy shit,
Right.
I mean, who doesn't want to sound like Jimi Hendrix, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Why should it matter what instrument that you're stuck with playing?
Right.
A lot of friends of mine used to say, why don't you just play guitar? Because I'm always asking them back in the day, always asking them, how does this pedal work? How do I get this sound, into my, how do you get the mic into this pedal? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Why don't you just play guitar, man? What are you doing? So luckily I don't get those questions very much anymore, but it took much longer than it should have for me to learn how to do that stuff. At least to get by,
Oh, in the beginning?
Yeah, it's a bitch. That stuff, it doesn't want to work with a mic signal,
Oh, right. I got you. Yeah, yeah.
It used to be really hard to do that in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
Very, very not easy. So a little easier now. And there's websites now you can, get a lot of advice and help on. Shit, I mean, I was totally alone,
Oh, yeah.
trying to figure that out, It was
Yellow Pages. There's no saxophone section.
Yeah, exactly. That's like when you and I met. I mean, shit, that was at
I think I remember that specifically at the club in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, right. Was it the Paradise or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what it was called?
Who were you playing with?
Sadhappy,
right?
Yeah.
That had Michael Manring?
No, that was before him. No, the original bass player of Sadhappy was Paul Hinklin. Total genius, legend, just incredible musician. Basically, I was just there to back him up,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I was just playing melodies and stuff. At least that's the way I thought about it.
Right.
Because he could do everything,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just incredible. Anything.
That was in the 90 what? 90.
It was like 90 to 93. We were kind of doing stuff.
Okay.
They were a duo before I joined them, so they started in 88 or something. I think late 80s. Yeah,
for some reason, my memory's really shitty sometimes, but for some reason that one I can picture it. I can see it. I don't know why. Why is that?
I remember we were super excited to meet.
You were in the small room sitting on the floor. It's like when you walk by, you're like right in front of you guys to get to the next room,
Yeah, it was good. There was there was multiple stages there. That's right.
Yeah, there was a bigger room for more of a loud band vibe, but then you walk to the back and they had a little kind of loungy vibe, and you guys were back there.
Yeah.
Wow. I know, that's so crazy, man. I don't know why that is. I remember that, but that's awesome. So you in Paris, and you did you speak French very well? I mean,
no, I went.
How do you just jump into a music school?
Well, they hooked me up with a teacher who had gone to the Berklee School of Music in Boston.
Oh, okay.
And he spoke English, pretty well. And a lot of people there were really educated, much more than here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of people spoke English, which was really helpful. And, I got along fine. I wouldn't go to all the classes. I would go in for, maybe one class a day to see my one teacher. And then I would just practice 6-7 hours a day, 7 days a week in my apartment because I didn't have any friends or family there, just my girlfriends.
How long were you there?
Yeah. I lived there about a year, and then we both came back. Came back to Seattle. But it was an intense time.
Yeah, and did that kind of, because you had all that time, do you think it really helped you? to just
Oh, it
sit
was
and play?
it was like astronomical like progress, you know, because that's
Wow.
the perfect age, and then when you have that much time, you know,
Mhm.
to just practice every day without any distractions.
Right, right.
I was like just devouring up all that shit, you know, just going in
Right.
really deep. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, I saw it also says you spent some time in London too.
Yeah, so a few years later, I had come back to Seattle, and then I met this guitar player, Leif Todesek, and I started playing in his band. It was, yeah, it was all these guys. It was Leif, Denny, Arnie, Dale, and Eric, and we were playing African music. All of these Scandinavian named white guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, playing African music like this suku stuff, like Congolese music. So a lot of 6/8, you know, 6/4,
Okay.
4/6 stuff,
Right.
2/3, 3/2 clave, and
Wow.
it was a huge learning thing for me. Incredible. So he is just a master guitar player, just incredible. And he
Hmm.
was playing with everyone over there. He
Uh-huh.
just knew everyone. So any gig I got was through him, but I was doing a lot of busking in the subway and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like super broke. I was sleeping in parks and
Really?
on riding the bus all night and shit. Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh my God, dude.
yeah. Because I had some money saved up for, you know, for school when I was living in Paris, but you know that was all gone. So by the time I was like 25 or whatever, you're on your own, man. So, but I
Wow.
got enough money together for a one-way ticket to London, and you know, and this guitar player was like, "Man, you're too comfortable here. You need to come, you know, come with me. Come to London, you know, learn some of this music." So, learning how to play in front of the beat and learning how to play over that 6/8 shit with, you know, not that I perfected it at all, but it just it's an invaluable thing, and I would have never learned that stuff in any school in the US, that's for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no way. So it was a really interesting, incredible experience. I was playing with all kinds of people, you know, through my buddy who hooked it all up. So I was
Right.
really fortunate, really lucky, and saw
Wow.
the
That's
crazy shit. People living in squats with, they had little theaters, and they're making their own cars out of welded sheet metal and everything.
what?
Yeah, and this one guy was. This is when the wall was still up in Berlin, right? You know,
Oh,
separating
yeah.
East and West Germany, and this
Right.
guy was designing this acoustic resonance weapon that he was going to use to break down the wall, and he was going to mount it on this giant homemade truck of his.
Dang,
Yeah,
man.
so this is, you know, we're just hanging around people like that, and then
Right. Just
I was
pure
living.
artists,
Yeah,
scientists.
yeah, man, totally, just people really ahead of stuff.
Right.
And then I would live in a house in South London with all these South African guys, and they were just playing music every day, and and you know, cooking in the backyard, like cooking some fish or some meat, burying it in the ground. Like I learned how to cook all this different kinds of way to cook food and everything. Like,
Wow.
man, these guys were incredible. And then Becky Umseleku, who was this real world famous piano player. Later, you know, he broke out in the U.S., but he had just come out of retirement. He was studying all this metaphysical stuff, and so he was coming by this house that I was staying at in South London near Brixton, and near Electric Avenue, and he was just he was coming in there, and he was getting back into music, and he was just playing piano for hour, you know, 8 to 16 hours every day. I would play with him for hours. We'd play one song for 2 hours straight just over and over, the changes and everything. Incredible. And I would go to sleep at like 2 a.m. I'd wake up at like 10 or 11, and the next morning he'd still be playing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was incredible. And then all of a sudden, you know, this is before the internet and everything, and all of a sudden I was reading Time magazine one day in the early 90s, and he had signed a record deal with Verve and like was playing with Joe Henderson and Charlie Hayden and all these incredible musicians and touring all over the world and everything. It was I couldn't believe it. I was just like, wow. You know, you're haphazardly coming across this information because this guy's halfway across the world. There's no internet. You don't,
right.
You know, it just, and then all of a sudden he came to Seattle to play Earshot Jazz Festival as a soloist. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go surprise him, you know? So I go there, and, you know, I never forget, like, he played this great concert, and then he's backstage, and like all these people were just kind of standing around backstage, like, you know, real trepidatious, just, you know, real shy or whatever around Becky, you know. And then I walk in there, I'm like, yo, Becky, what's up? You know, and like, you know, and he just comes and like grabs, he totally remembered me, you know, like grab each other, and he just pulls me aside, and he's just like, get me out of here.
Oh my God.
You know, it was kind of an uptight scene. So, yeah, we went and we were hanging out all night. It was so great to see him, you know, but it was like, it's so rare, you know, it was just like a dream that all that happened, because you lose touch with everyone. There's no cell phones, you know, there's no internet. Like,
yeah, back then.
You keep in touch with these fucking people.
Yeah, know? Postcard, right?
Yeah, but people move all the time. That's not even a thing, you know?
Mm-mm.
So, yeah.
Time magazine. Crazy. Man, that is wild. Jeez. You've had a lot of interesting musical experience. Another one I was reading about was your time in South Pacific. In the South Pacific? What is that?
Yeah, that was like what I was talking about earlier. Just right after high school, I went down. You could get those round the world tickets if you're under 25 years old. And so you could get an around the world ticket for like, you know, $1,000 or something like that, right?
Oh,
$800 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And so I chose just like kind of that Australasia area, New Zealand, Australia, Fiji, Cook Islands, and Tahiti. And so I just went down there with a backpack and my saxophone and 3 other friends. And then we realized a couple weeks in that we couldn't hitchhike together. You know, we couldn't get rides.
With 3 people. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4 people, 2 twins, and then this other dude and me. So we all split up, and I never saw those guys again.
Really?
I don't know where they are. Yeah.
Jeez.
So I think I heard from the twins. You know, when I came back in my early 20s, I think I saw him, but the other guy, I don't know what happened to him.
And so you go down with your sax. Were you playing, learning, or what were you doing? Just on the street trying to make money?
Yeah, I wasn't really trying to make money because I had saved up money, you know, working like 3 jobs in Seattle, just totally hustling. And I saved up a bunch of money. I had a bunch of traveler's checks. So that's how we used to do it, you know, before.
Oh, right.
No credit cards or phones or anything like that.
So what were you doing down there?
I went down there to travel, to just
cruise around.
Yeah, so I was just hitchhiking. I met crazy people, just insane stuff. And I stumbled across this in New Zealand, in Auckland, this improvised music festivals, playing with a bunch of people. You know, it was cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun. You know, like, but I wasn't down there, you know, on tour. But you know, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like 18 or 19 or something like that.
Oh, hey, looks like Randall just came on.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, we could talk about that real quick. We got 20 minutes, man. We're cruising through this. Yeah, what's up, Randall? So Randall Dunn is the producer of our project that we did called Sound
Definitely.
Cipher,
Yeah.
which is coming out sometime. We recorded it, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah. We recorded pretty much like 2 records
That's
and
right.
then made it into one.
Yeah, just cut all the fat because it's all improv. And yeah, we just drums, me, Skerik did his saxophonics, and Tim Mason. How do you describe his thing? What is it, like the old style synth or?
Well, no, he's got like a modular synth setup, and then
it's not plugins though. It's not software. These are like
no, it's like analog hardware, but some with digital control on some. Like when he's sending MIDI information to us,
right,
or clock information or etc. Then there's like the digital side of it,
right.
Yeah, so he's creating all this crazy electronic pulses.
Yeah, and that's what I cue off of, or something you may do, but just so people know, it's all improv, and we're basing it off these clocks. And when we first did it, I think I remember you guys had him come in, but it was really just, we thought that you and me were, I want to, if I remember this right, that you and me, it was just kind of going to be us, and we kind of used the synth as this thing to kind of trigger and like a clock to keep.
Well, I thought he was just going to be processing stuff later with Randall in the control room.
Oh, okay.
So when we showed up at the studio, all of his stuff was set up in the studio.
Right.
Next to the drums. And I was like, oh, I thought, because Randall would use Tim when he's mixing records, he would send an aux send to Tim.
Okay.
Like, and he could put, drums or whatever he wanted to process, and Tim would put it through all of his modular synth stuff and send it back to Randall, and he would have it up on a fader and use it in mix. It was incredible.
Oh, okay.
I watched those guys work a couple times. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And
so
that's what I thought we were going to do, because you and we were doing those soundtracks. What am I talking? Sound checks.
Yeah.
This cider really does not help in interviews.
I know, man. Believe me, that's why all these are so rough for me, because I'm like, I gotta, drink and support and promote, and I start getting a little spacey.
Yeah. So remember, you and I were doing a sound check at some theater. It was a Primus. We were doing the
Chocolate Factory, right?
Yeah, Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
And we were just messing around, and you had that huge circular kit that went 60, and you were doing all this amazing textural stuff and tonal stuff with that big metal orb thing.
Yeah.
And everything was like
my happy drum.
Yeah, man. And it was like we should do some recording, because you were up in Bellingham, which is close to Seattle. Like, right. And so let's do it. So I set it up at Litho, and then all of a sudden we walk in, and Tim Mason has all of his shit set up there. I was like, oh, okay, cool. We got a third person now.
I know, huh?
Which is awesome, because
it went good, and we tracked. So tell everybody about Litho.
Studio Litho, yeah, that's Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam Studio in Fremont, this neighborhood in Seattle. Okay. And
like Soundgarden's recorded there, right?
Yeah, a lot of bands have recorded.
A lot of bands there, right?
Oh man, yeah, ton. It's been there since what? That's like late 90s,
Wow.
The first thing I recorded in there was Avon King. That was the first thing I got. Who was on that track that you were playing, that Critters Buggin track you were playing earlier. Right. He did all the string arranging on that.
Okay.
So Litho is a great place, and that is accessible, not too expensive for certain for musicians. It's good.
It's a nice room, man.
Yeah.
Really cool. We were able to set up, and we had you in an isolated room. I had my I just brought everything I had. We didn't
Yeah.
know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and over the course of the few years, we've actually played a few shows live, improv. Oh yeah, we did the one. It's a virtual reality show. Is that still available? Do you know?
We did some weird show for a band that's only played like what 4 times.
Yeah, we did one in the Laser Dome.
Yeah.
I've got footage of that on a GoPro.
Oh, you got to send that to me.
I set it so far back you can't even see us, and the whole dome is all you see. So all you see is this laser show with all our sounds going on.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah, it's good. There's nothing to look at for us.
I love the photos I have of that. I mean, the laser.
Oh, really?
Dude, we got to do. Can you imagine laser live stream show from there?
Oh man, yeah.
We got to do a record release party there.
Well, the hard part is whenever you watch these things, you're either watching it on a phone or maybe a computer if you're lucky, or if you've got that connected to a big giant screen TV. I mean, that laser dome, it's 360. Like you lay there, and it's one of those where they do the star things, right, down in Seattle.
Yeah. Well, there's the old that's what you talking about, planetarium kind of thing. It looks like a planetarium.
Is that room a different one? Like it's just laser shows there?
It's dedicated laser show.
It's 360 degrees and it's huge. So
yeah,
I don't know that it would. I mean, it comes across. I found the footage the other day actually.
Oh, cool! I want to see that.
It's neat, but you don't get an idea of the perspective because it's so tiny that you're looking at it.
I've been working with these guys, Astro Media Lab in Seattle, and they would know how to capture it. They would. Oh yeah, they're amazing for producing live streams. You know, they'll use like 4-6 cameras. It's a 4-person crew, and they just get over. They get on. They would go nuts in there.
We should see if maybe we can do a sound cipher one. Since it sounds like maybe we might have a record available soon.
Yeah,
we just got it mastered, right?
It's been mastered. We just got to get song titles and artwork, and then it's good to go.
So that might be cool. If, that room is so big, we wouldn't have to worry about really anything, right? We could even wear masks. It wouldn't even. We wouldn't even be visible, probably. Right?
Oh yeah, no, it's huge.
Even if we are, it could be a cool look. We could just have our mask on and
I can't.
Jamming.
Yeah, it's I can't believe that we haven't thought about it earlier. Randall sent me this amazing Japanese trumpeter YouTube today, and when it started, because he had mentioned something about sound cipher. When it started, there was all these lights, and I was like, "Oh, is it like a laser place or something?" It's just like some, and it made me think of the Laser Dome and Sound Cipher. I was like, "All right." But we did the 3D virtual concert.
The virtual one.
That was crazy.
I know, man. I looked at those. They let me put on the headset.
Yeah.
It's literally everyone. You can go to this website, right? Isn't it? What's it called? What company? The virtual. I know.
I forget the name of the company, but they bring this satellite truck there.
Yeah, but they make it available. Like if you have a virtual headset, you can watch this concert as if you were standing in front of the stage. And there was another view. It was over kind of in the back of the room. What was the club we did it at?
Nectar Lounge.
Nectar, right. Nectar Lounge. There's 2 viewing positions. And you can turn and you can look at the guy next to you.
Yeah, because you have an avatar.
Yeah.
But you're looking at other people's avatars, and they'll look over at you. It's fucking weird.
But we did a show, a sound cipher show. It's all improv. It's me, Skerik, and Tim Mason. And we should. God, I wish there was if we could find that. It's got to be still up there. They wouldn't just get rid of it,
Yeah, I wonder how that company's doing because they mostly did sports stuff and they were trying to get into music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and one of the guys, the guy who booked it, was an old friend of mine. It's a great guy who had managed bands that I knew before, and it was really cool what they were investing in. I wonder if it took off or not. I haven't heard much about it.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, it's just the headset thing for PlayStations and all those things are growing like crazy, man.
Yeah,
The virtual games. So it would be cool. It would be a cool thing to have. Yeah, we're going to have to discuss getting this sound cipher thing together. Like, at least we need some kind of website or a what do you call it? A page that people can go to where they can find out some info about the stuff that we've done.
well, there's the Facebook page. We got the Facebook page.
Oh, we do? Are you running that?
Yeah, Sound Cipher on Facebook.
Oh, geez.
It's got some pictures.
Good thing I know about it.
Yeah, it's on there. I mean, we just haven't had much going on, so.
No, I know, but the record is about done.
But there's a great photo of your drum kit on there. It looks amazing with those gongs and everything.
Oh, yeah, look.
Octobans. Yeah.
Got some gongs and some drums right here, dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was looking it up. Oh, there it is. Sound Cipher on Facebook. Everybody come check it out. There's some. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice job. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got a big, nice shot of my drums. It's got, looks like Randall's setting up the Moog. Nice. There's Randall. Oh, yeah, this is cool. Awesome.
Yeah, and someone was asking about the white synth that was in one of those photos that I used today on Instagram. And that was Randall's modal synth, which is an incredible, awesome synthesizer.
Yeah, so
and the 2-voice one, I think.
Right. So there's photos here. There's 2 different studios. We tracked at Litho and we mixed at
Avast,
right. And there's a shot here with the horn player.
Kung Vu plays a solo.
So tell people about him real quick.
Well, he's just incredible trumpet player.
Tell the Prince story.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Geez, I mean, that's not really my story to tell, but
well, just a quick what we've heard. The rumor is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to ask him again, but I think it was like he was living in New York, I think, and playing with everyone. Like he was doing all this really great stuff, and he's just an incredible talent. He still is amazing trumpet player. And he had come back, and on his answering machine, I think this was like, before cell phones and stuff. On his answering machine, he had 2 messages or something. One was from Pat Metheny and one was from Prince.
Oh, right. That's
Gig
right.
offers. Yeah. And so
like, come play with me.
Yeah. So he chose the Pat Metheny one.
Prince had to take a back seat.
Yeah. So I think that's how it goes. Don't quote me, but yeah, I've always had a huge respect for Kong, and that was really exciting that he came and played a solo on one of those songs.
Yeah, he was really great, man. It sounded really cool.
Here, I'm gonna play this because when the drums come in here, I don't know if it's gonna sound like on the phone, but it's so badass. Let's see. Shit, how does this play? Oh, I see. Sound Cipher. Can you hear it? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh my God. It sounds so terrible through the phone.
Yeah, I bet.
And when you hit that low note, is
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
everybody. I saw some people like, what was it called again? So it's called Sound Cipher. And there is a Facebook page. I'm looking at it. And yeah, I remember this page. I just don't even go on Facebook, unfortunately. But there's a Facebook page that's got some cool videos up there. And we finally have the music mastered. So it should be available digitally soon. And then maybe we can, depends on how much money we got sitting around. Maybe we can do some vinyl, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been like trying to hire some record labels to help put it out because, you know, we have someone that is an investor. And so, you know, I just want to make sure it gets out the best way. It's really hard when musicians have to release music themselves and do all the fulfillment. It's just, man, it's just like mailing shit everywhere. And it's just, you know, it's just a lot of work. And
right.
There's another reason why people should support and buy music whenever they can. Support your local independent labels, and because they work their asses off to provide us with, you know, recorded music, and it's more important, you know, to support them now more than ever. So
yeah, that's for sure, man.
Go buy some shit today.
Yeah. Well, I definitely, it'd be cool once we can have some music that we can get out there for sure. And yeah, I'm not sure how we should see if Brad can maybe get it to some of the labels that Primus deals with, and see ATO, I think it is, see if they're interested. Probably not. It's too weird. But it's like,
you know, it's just a matter of, I think it makes it easier too, because we're providing everything finished, you know.
Yeah.
It's been mastered, you know, we'll have artwork and song titles and credits and everything. So it's like, here, this is ready to go. There's no cash outlay except for manufacturing vinyl and fulfillment.
Right.
So, you know, that should, you know, we'll see. If anyone knows any labels, let us know. Sound Cipher.
Yeah, man. That's it. Dude,
Sound Cipher Cider.
It's like, Sound Cider.
You got to come up with the cider, dude.
I know, huh? 2 minutes. Dude, thanks so much for coming on. This is really cool. I hope people got to find out a little more about you, because I know most people have heard of you and seen you playing in so much stuff. But, you know, you're a mystery to be discovered. Yes. But anyways, yes, that's a good idea. Sean Lennon's label. Maybe I can ask him and see what's up.
Yeah, Sean is awesome. He's our homie.
Yeah. All right.
Don't sleep on this LORBO record.
LORBO?
Yep,
what
this
is
just
LORBO?
came out. That's a band of mine in Seattle. This just came out a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again. And you gotta send me your address again, so I can send you some cider for coming on. And
yeah, I want one each.
Yeah, man, we'll hook you up for sure.
Have you heard of this stuff? Eaglemont?
I have. How is it?
This is, oh man, this is Quince or Quince.
Quince.
You know that?
Quince. Yeah.
Quince cider. Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good.
Well, right on, man. We're down to 1 minute, so it's going to cut us straight off, and there's no goodbyes. So, everybody, Skerik, look for him. He's wearing the stuff. That's right, the Herb Cider jacket. That's an old one. It might be the one we're still selling, actually. We get to get some new merch.
It was.
But, anyways, that's Skerik, everybody. Thank you guys for joining. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Tim. Thanks, man.
All right. See ya.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. if we're still on. Look, it's 6 o'clock saying we're still on. I haven't been given the warning yet. So, all right, that's been an hour. You guys checking out the feed here. Okay. Yeah, it's been an hour. Thank you for joining. And go to herbcider.com. This is our one we have. Any of you guys that want to come by and grab it for the Halloween weekend, grab it. Look at that art. It's really cool. The orange spice. Be sure and get some. And we can ship it to you. You know, Halloween doesn't have to end tomorrow. Let's keep it going. Get some of this. Like I said, you don't even have to put your pants on. Just sit at home and wait for it. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.